As you know, when you do a Google search, you can type a keyword in the Google search box that comes up when you open Safari. Let's type in the word Saturn. Now I'm searching for information on the Roman god Saturn. You're right. I might need to put in better keywords. I might need to put in some Boolean operators. But for right now, I'm just going to type in Saturn and see what I come up with. Okay, here I come to www.saturn.com. This is the URL or the address for this link. If I click on this, I will go to this address. Now, this two-line blip here is called a snippet. And a snippet is like a little description of what's going to be in that link, which I'm sure you knew. But it's important to read snippets before you click, because if you're not careful where you click, you can often get into sites that are inappropriate, or that contain viruses, or that are really just not very credible, which means that they are not very reliable or worthy of your time or attention. So let's take a look at what we've got here. Remember, I'm looking for the Roman god Saturn, information on the Roman god. Okay, but I came to this one, www.saturn.com. That's the official site for Saturn cars, SUVs, and crossovers. I'm going to find warranty information in this link, locate a service dealer, or view Saturn models. Obviously, that's not one I'm going to be interested in. The .com means that this is a commercial site, so always look at the extension here that you've got on the URL to find out what kind of site it is. In Input Tech last year, we talked about com being a commercial site. Okay, now let's go down here. Saturn, Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Obviously we know what Wikipedia is. Here we say that Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun, second largest planet in the solar system. So this is going to be about the planet. Okay, here we've got Saturn, Saturn facts, pictures, and information. This one talks about Roman mythology. Saturn is the god of agriculture, but look at the URL, 9planets.org. Okay, it's probably still going to be about planets. Just here we might find some information about the god that the planet was named after. Now let's take a look at Saturn, solar system exploration. This is solarsystem.nasa.gov. Remember, .gov means that this is a government website. Which would I rather look at if I were trying to find anything? Would I rather look at a commercial site where there are probably going to be lots of ads, or would I like to look at a .edu, which means education website, or a .gov website, which is probably well-funded and reliable? Let's just scroll down some more. Okay, there I've got some images, facts and information about the planet Saturn, Saturn National Geographic. Saturn is a gas giant. Again, that's the planet. Okay, it's going to take me a while to find any information about the Saturn god unless I put in another keyword. If I clicked on this link here, which is another search related to Saturn, probably come up with something different. Okay, now I'm coming up with mythology, Roman god, Greek and Roman gods, because I changed my keywords. The important thing that I want you to understand is that you really need to read the snippets to figure out how to refine your search before you start clicking, because when you click into sites, some load slowly and some have viruses and some are unreliable. You waste a lot of time just clicking. You should do some reading and it'll save you some time. Today we're going to talk about how to use snippets as we play the Snippet Sleuth game. Let's take the Great Wall Challenge and let's see if we can answer this question by reading snippets and searching intelligently, searching more efficiently. Who first wrote that China's Great Wall can be identified from space? Have you ever heard that? That if you go up in a space shuttle, you can see China's Great Wall from space. Let's find out who first wrote that down, that story. Okay, here we go. We're going to read the snippets. Up here it says snippets are the brief descriptions returned by a search engine in response to a query. Remember, you have that question, You change that question into a query by figuring out what keywords to use, and then you're going to end up with snippets when you put that information into the search engine. We're going to carefully examine the words in the snippet window from our search. We're going to look for clues to add new words to the query. If you find no clues, you have to back up and revise your search. And a score of 50 points or higher demonstrates mastery of this skill. So let's get started. Okay, here's our question. Who first wrote that China's Great Wall can be identified from space? These red words are our keywords. Now, do we want to use them all, or do some of them not really matter? Think back to the keyword challenge that we've already done. Drag any highlighted word or combination of words into the search box right here, and then click Continue for results. Let's say that we're going to use wrote, we're going to use Great Wall, and space. You might disagree with my choices, but let's see what happens. You might think we don't need one of those, or you might think we need another one. Okay, let's read the snippets. We're not going to click on these. They're not actual links. This is just giving us practice reading snippets. The images he has photographed prove the Great Wall is by no means distinctive as being the only man-made structure visible from space. Chow wrote, well, that doesn't really sound to me as if that's going to answer my question. It says Chow wrote, but I don't know who Chow is. I don't know if he's really going to be said to have written anything about the Great Wall. Okay, I know I don't want to look at this one because this is talking about the Green Wall of China, a 2,800-mile network of forests. That's not even what I'm talking about. Space.com, what's really visible from space? Let's read this. This sounds interesting. There is a long-standing myth that the Great Wall of China is the only man-made. Lou wrote via email. Well, probably somebody writing via email is not somebody who's going to tell me about the Great Wall of China. Or it's not going to be the first person who told me about the Great Wall of China being seen from space. Can astronauts see the Great Wall of China from space? Astronaut Michael Collins wrote that there is a false notion that the Great Wall of... Okay, wait a minute. Maybe you thought that you could see the Great Wall from space. But this says there's a false notion. Up here it says myth. Let's try something. Let's take out wrote and just write the Great Wall space myth. And let's press continue. Look at that. Because I added the word myth, that would be a much better search. And because I read the snippets, I was able to get that clue. I didn't have to go clicking. I just realized that I should probably be searching for a myth. And if I look for a myth, I'll probably find the first person who wrote that myth. Okay, let's see. You could click on Give Me a Do-Over if your score was not as high as you wanted. You could try a different Snippet Sleuth. There are 3 that I want you to try. You can click here for help to learn more about snippets.